Hello everyone and welcome back to Captain of Industry. It's Ghostified Gamer. This epic music playing. Got the game paused here. And let's see, last episode we just basically got started up. And when I start the game it'll be in pause mode. And then that way things aren't running, until we are ready. At least for now. So we got this abandoned communication station. By the way, you can edit it. It's kind of cool. I don't know why you'd edit that, but it's a part of the interface now, part of the GUI. I don't know if they just changed that. You can actually change your dock eventually when we repair this thing. So, so I was looking here real quick. I was like, what am I doing here? Because it's been a couple days. So we got basic farming done? No, basic farming was unlocked. This was unlocked. And these were unlocked. Yeah. So I wanted to switch this up. Now, you can remove it from queue, C and Q2. We have to do the construction. So I'm going to remove that and put mining up first. Then we'll do power and maintenance. Then we'll do trading dock. We'll do that. You can queue all this stuff up if you wanted to, but we'll go a little slow. That way you can see what I'm doing slowly but surely. We're gonna need concrete, so let's queue that one up. We'll need concrete really quicker than copper. And diesel. We're gonna need diesel right away. I'm thinking storage. Yeah, we'll do storage. Loose storage. So we have right here. Let's see, vehicle depot, all this. Let's go through a little bit of this. So construction, it allows you to make a assembly machine, which is kind of interesting. And it's called a manual assembly machine, which I don't understand why they're saying manual. I'm thinking because of the speed of it, because we get another one called electric later on, and it's faster. So manual meaning you're doing the manual labor and stuff, and you're have electrical tools. I don't know what the deal is, but you see we only get 3 recipes unlocked, and the most important thing there, well, all 3 of those are very important. The construction components allow us to build, and I was playing I've been playing this game because it's got a different feel to it. Like Factorio, you handcraft and you're done. You can mine ore manually and then craft plate and then make an inserter. You get iron copper plate. You could basically manually, craft anything in the game. With fluids, you can't, though. There's a limit on fluids in Factorio. However, in this game, you can't handcraft. You have to rely on machinery and trucks to bring materials. And that's why it's very easy to brick a save in this game. You can actually, like, everything will shut down on you and you're like, oh, that save's done. So, you know what? We could put some bets out there as to if I brick a save and when. If anybody's watching and willing to put comments in the comment section, feel free to put that in the, of course you don't know me, so whatever. It'd just be fun. When are you going to brick it? Because you don't know my skill level right now. I've been doing some practicing. But anyway, I've bricked some saves, man. Which is it's so frustrating. You're like, no! But anyway, so we can make the construction components, and we can make this thing here called the mechanical part, and we can make the electronics. So that's what we want right away, because we're going to need those in mass. That's like your backbone of the game right here. And then we want this one, because we want to be able to mine iron ore. And then look down below, we have another recipe, 2 recipes where we can do the iron plus coal, blast furnace. We get slag, and then some exhaust. and then we can make the mechanical parts. Or no, we can make the piston. Can someone explain to me why a piston needs an electronics? Electronics? It's a piston. Oh, it's called vehicle parts. Sorry. Yeah, so it's like you're more than just a piston. It helps to read, right? So that's important. And then we get the depot, which we make the little guys, these little guys here. We get the small excavator, pickup truck, tree harvesters, and mine control tower. Mine control tower, I'm kind of like, it's interesting, but it's kind of a pain, and I'll get into that. Trading dock is 4. Okay, yeah, we want this one here. Maintenance depot, diesel generator, and maintenance. This part of the game, I'm hoping gets better. I don't like it, but this right here, the maintenance aspect of the game, is a thorn in your side. You are always consuming maintenance because your people need to eat. What does that mean? Buildings break down. What does that mean? Maintenance. Maintenance is iron and copper and rubber, basically, because here you need the mechanical parts to make mechanics 1 right now. Electronics, mechanical parts make maintenance, and it's 105 maintenance. Not maintenance parts, but maintenance. And then you get this diesel generator. So we'll get into that. And then we, trading dock. Now this can help save you. Oh, you get the unit storage from this one. Okay. Storage is another weird one in this game. I think I figured it out. I think. And also I think that there's some glitches in the game, because I was having some issues, and I'm still trying to figure it out, but we'll see. But trading dock can save you if you run out of something, and hopefully the trading dock will, you can get it from there. So concrete production is even more important than food in this game. I mean, if your people die, yeah, that's important. But oh, here we go. So you get a rotary kiln, a concrete mixer, rainwater harvester, and a crusher. And you can make, so you have to get limestone and coal, which makes cement. Now you need that cement, plus it has waste. There's pollution in the game, as you know. If you don't know, there's pollution in the game. Then you can make the concrete blocks, or slab they call it. So it's cement, slag, crushed, and water. And then there's another recipe, cement, gravel, water. Okay, and then you have your 2 crushing recipes here. Slag, crushed slag, and then rock, gravel. So it's kind of, and they say it in the tutorials we'll get into this, but you're going to create more rock and more slag than you need. So that's why you need to pile it off to the side. And I need to look at my where I'm putting the stuff. So let's take a look at that real quick, because today I learned. Okay, so we're gonna go here to our dumping designation, and I'm gonna move this over here. So if you right click, and it removes it. Right click, drag, and I'm gonna move it over here, and I'm gonna make it an F for flat. Now, I'm going to go on the shoreline here and check this out. Look at this. That is going to be our waste designation. So that's dumping designation right there. Now, this is a global dumping area. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, we can actually get an excavator on this, but we don't have the technology, and we can get rid of this little bump there. Maybe we can build on it. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So we got our research queued up. We got our coal going here off trees. Let's kick it on. And we're going to do fast speed, because slow speed, oh my God, it's incredibly slow. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial my tutorial on the game so far. Now, let's see. So basically what's going to happen here is the scrap is going to get chewed up. And let's see, what do we have here? Oh, we have a farm. We could build that. Oh, we do have the farm. Oops. Ah, tools. Oh, this is telling us about the tools down here. And we'll get into those as I go. You know, don't worry about it. It's real simple. Cut, copy. Well, we can just let the game run. Cut is obviously what you want to do is pause the game, and then you could do cutting and copying while you're trying to build something and figure something out. This is a really nice thing here. You can paint, like I could go on this. Beep. Apply settings from, and look, they get a little icon, and you can paste it on this building, and you right-click to, you know, cancel it. Bulldozer. That's in both when the buildings are set and built, and also when they're blueprints. And then you have a Unity tool, which you could boost it just by clicking on it. So otherwise you have to click on the building and do this. You could just Unity it right away. You could pause a building right from here. We went over layers, I think. I think we went over layers. Oh, this, yeah, and all these maps are the same if you do, I think that first save, that first map we chose, if you change the difficulty, obviously it's going to change the resources, but the map seed, from what I heard, changes the islands. Now, I still have yet to figure out how to get to an island and actually be on it with my with my view, you know. So now we have new buildings. Dismiss. Okay. Now, we have this new icon here. And I wish they had a, like, oh, this is new, like in Infraspace and Factorio. They have, hey, this is new. And I think Satisfactory does it too. Yeah, they do. All games do it. This one, they need to do it. Because I don't know what popped down here as a new player. So we just unlocked this one here. Manual assembly machine. It takes 4 workers. Manual assembly line that produces basic products. So if we have the next version up, I think the speed goes up, but it also requires more, you know, that amount of stuff more. You're not saving any resources or getting any benefit except speed, which is nice. Okay, so yeah, and then this one here, automatically pauses any new construction, preventing trucks to make deliveries. Once you're happy with your design, use the pause tool to reconstruct it. So that would be this one here, pause tool. So if you have that active, if I place a building down, it'll build it, but it won't request, you know, stuff. Me, I just rather put it in pause mode and build the whole thing. Okay, because I think they'll start to build stuff. It takes maintenance and gas, you know, diesel fuel, I should say. Then you're wasting resources building and tearing down and stuff. So you might as well just pause it and ghost mode it. A lot better. And the ghost building in this game is really good. I'm really satisfied with it. Okay, let's build a farm. These people need to eat, man. There's the farm. Cost 30 construction components. And you see there's a little building there. And also, we'll click on that. Oops, I just turned that off. There we go. This has a water plane on it. And you can eventually get irrigation. So I'm going to line this up just like so. And being fast speed, it's fine. So now the trucks are going to come over here. They're grabbing from here. And notice we only have 246 of those construction parts here. And we can make a couple vehicles. And we have some gas, diesel, rubber, cement, copper in our dock. I don't know if I went over that last episode. Exit out of that. Okay, now we click on this and it automatically starts up. We're good to go. So now we have food for our people. Now, see the water here? Soil water level. And then we have a fertility. And that this, with other technology and research, we'll be able to get better farming. So estimated 37 in 9 months. So, you know, it's kind of giving you an idea. It says 58 in 3 months, but because our fertility is low, you know, we're going to get less. And rain helps this out too. So when it rains, we'll get a boost in water. Now notice how the water is going down. And it's going to start squawking, waiting for water or rain. I think it's drinking up the groundwater up to a certain point. I don't know. So, fertility needed. See, here's the equilibrium right here. Oh, vehicle mining. Dismiss. And here's the tutorial for mining and dumping. We'll get into this. Don't worry. Oh, we'll be getting into this. Lots of good stuff. This is the dumping site. One thing that I wish that they had was they have a global dumping, I think, somewhere. And I have to find it. It's not this. Oh, notice how our coal is down here, but that's fine. I only made one because we're gonna get off of that right away. Oh, you're beefing. Why are you beefing? Oh, you have. Oh, let's get rid of these trees here. Actually, these are in my way. We'll get rid of those. And I don't want to select anything over here because this stupid thing will go here. And then it'll just go, oh, I'm going to go over here now. So if you want to clear cut an area, make sure you clear cut an area first, you know, that you want cleared, and then move on from that. Okay, now we have the assembly machine. We got to get on this right away. Now, this is just to start up, right? I noticed Nilaus, he's already got on it, get on his hub. He's got on his hub already. That guy's nuts, man. So we'll leave a little room here. We'll build a this little guy here, the assembly machine. Yeah, Nilaus. Well, here's the thing: a lot of content creators have had this game for like 2-3 months or something. They got free keys and they got to play it early, so they're on top of it. I'm truly a blind playthrough. You know, I had to play another save just so I could learn some of this stuff here. Anyway, so here's our assembly manual. We can name it. I don't know why. Because we can't. If I moused over it, it'd be nice to see what the label is. So we pick a recipe, and it'll highlight it in green and put a little the check mark turns green and all that. We can actually make more than one thing in here. For example, well, I don't want to choose anything yet. Our electronic parts, we have 300 here. We have mechanical parts we want to use from the ship or shipyard. So boom, brought us iron, and it brought us the concrete blocks or whatever the foundations and whatever's, and wood. So right now, this little guy here is working, and he's filling up and he's bringing wood over manually, right? So what we could do now is we don't have storage yet. Yeah, we're doing power maintenance right here. And then the trading dock is next. Then we get the storage. So you can actually put a storage off of here and the truck can keep running and clear cut what you need clear cut. The only problem is that the storage is a 180 unit thing. So that's not fun. Okay. So we've got our construction components moving along. We've got our iron moving along. The thing is, we're going to need the concrete slabs. We have quite a few to start off with. The reason you want to get your construction parts up and running is you only have 221. You're really limited, and you can brick your save if you run out. Or you might have to delete some things. And get essential buildings back up and running. So just be mindful that starting this game starting up is a pain. Now that we got that up and running, we're going to double up our research. And it's saying that, oh, assembly ready. We can start producing construction parts. And some machines and vehicles require maintenance. Yeah. And we have power maintenance now. So now we have our maintenance building. Okay, so click on a truck. Down below, you'll see that you have maintenance. We have, they give us a buff to get up and running. Eventually, that's going to go down to, 100, 99, blah, blah, blah. Over here, now we have a maintenance little tools over here with a 0% on there. Don't know why it's 0. Oh, and here's a little message here. They clear, oh, you clear cut that already. Okay, cool. Let's go over here. We'll start clear cutting this over here. Let's get this out of here. The stupid tree thing, the harvester, it has problems if the tree's on a hill. So just be mindful of that. Okay, we got the trading dock now, and we got storage. Okay, dismiss. So let's make sure this tree spreader or tree cutter has the ability to keep moving, at least for a certain degree. So we have a new thing here, and it should have like a little icon that says, "Hey, this is new." 30 construction components for this little thing. Okay. It has inputs and outputs. We're going to put it here. Now, once it's built, you can click on it before it's built. It has no product assigned. This annoys me that you can't put more than one product in here and have a filter on the output, but whatever. We have to assign it wood. Now notice it's only certain items. It's only built items. That's why we need this loose storage. Loose storage is your, and it doesn't tell you when you mouse over it. You have to discover this, right? So if you're watching a Let's Play before you play, this is for your iron, copper, stone, gravel, stuff that is dug out of the ground, stuff that's just, it's not a built item, so to speak. So that is kind of interesting. I like the idea of it. It's kind of cool, but just be aware of that. Now, the other thing is, see how it's a keep full and an empty. So you want to slide this bar over to empty this unit out. And now, I don't know. I have to experiment with this because there we go, concrete production. I don't know if this will grab, like these trucks will grab from here, as well as the, trucks filling it. Like this little guy over here, doing our wood stuff. Oh, we went to go get gasoline. So he's going to get some wood. Okay, as soon as that, there we go. Now he's got 20 wood. Boom. All right, he goes over here. Now what he's going to do is he's going to go here. Oh, he went here. Oh. Who grabbed it? I wonder. So he pulled it there. He's grabbing from there. I'm curious if these trucks are just going to grab from here and go here. So now there's more. See how now the truck is going to be able to clear cut. Another thing about unit storage is you can connect them together. So you can have a bunch of these. If you need to clear cut a forest or you want to get some mining done and have it all ready to go, you can do that. But this ties up resources, so you don't want to do it. What I want is that to keep running. Okay, so now a little bit more about this assembly machine. It'll stop running. See how it's got a little it'll say full output here, or it'll say input something or other, like if it's lacking. So you have to read that and understand that. Now there's import export. You can once you hook transport belts up to these things, they call them transports. Yeah, once you hook a belt up to this thing, or this thing, trucks will not pull from it, it seems. If you, I don't know if you put it on, it'll pull. But once you hook a belt up there, good night. You got to pull the belt up or have another one of these machines. So I've yet to figure that out. So, okay. And I suppose I could watch Neil House's hub thing and find out how he does it. Like I said, he's got 2 months on me, you know. Okay, so having 2 labs is going to speed up our research. Basic, you know, right now it's going to be 6.4 seconds against the minute. So that's good. All right, what else did we get out of this research here? Oh, concrete mixer. Did we get mining? Yeah, we got mining, right? Buildings for vehicles. Okay, let's get this going. So, we have plenty of iron and copper, or iron and bricks and stuff, or the things to build with, but we're gonna run out. So let's get going. First off, let's do this. Now, our depot, our little truck depot, I like to have it up and out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the vehicle depot right over here. And because this is kind of dead space over here, you can't really do anything with this space. We'll go right there. There we go. Finish concrete production. Dismiss. Basic diesel. This is, we get the ability to extract oil from the ground and distill it into diesel fuel. And there's a waste component to it, as you can see here. We got crude oil, we've got wastewater, and we got pollution. And then here's, now they're telling us about the pollution. If you click on this here, there's a pollution component in here. We don't have any yet. And if you ever wanted to get a tutorial back up, here it is right here. Positive effects. You can increase your population health by providing them with a variety of food, water, and healthcare. Negative effects, there's where it shows up. When you do a waste dump, see how it's showing you that. And then disease. There is disease in the game. It will pop up. There are some types of disease that just come and go. There's nothing you can do about it. It just make sure to provide healthcare once you can. But there's also disease that can occur due to bad conditions in your settlement. Lack of clean water. There is no disease from pollution, as pollution gives a health penalty directly. So I guess as your health gets nixed, your disease pool can go higher, you know. So yeah, just make sure you've got the systems in place to take care of it. Excuse me. Oh, all right. So now we got our depot. Check it out. Now the reason I want to put it here is we're going to put a trading dock in. Let's see, where is that at? Buildings, housing, food market. Here it is, trading dock. Now look at this thing. We'll go ahead and build this now so you can see it. See how it's colliding with the dock? There. Now you gotta get it right on it. There you go. As you can see, all this is shoreline, is space that we could use for machines that aren't going to be, you know, used for production and stuff. That farm is kind of close, but we'll deal with it. This is temporary, just so you know. All right, now we need to make some stuff. We're going to make an excavator, and we're going to make a truck to go with that excavator. I want to keep my truck fleet as it is. I want to make new trucks to hang out with the excavator. You need to assign a truck to a truck and an excavator to those mining towers. We'll get into that in a second here. And then we can make more tree harvesters, which I haven't really seen the need to have more than one right now. Unless you're looking to clear cut the hell out of something quick. So the trucks delivered the vehicle parts, the iron plate, and diesel for this one here. We're going to pop out a little truck eventually here. There it is. So the garage door opens and it rolls on out, man. Pretty cool. So he's going to sit there until he gets a job. Now, we need iron right away. Probably need concrete faster, but iron, yes. We'll just work on that. So here is buildings for vehicles. Mine control tower. You can put this anywhere. So we'll just put it here. Far enough away from the mining operation. They'll come and build that. Now, click on it. Click on a truck. Click on the vehicle. To assign it, you can assign multiple as long as they're available and free. You can assign as many as you want. I'm assuming there might be a limit, but now here, right away while we're in here, we'll do the edit area last because you have to tell this area where it's going to go. Kind of cool. We already have our waste taken care of. We don't want any waste being dumped here. So what can be dumped here? Dirt, rock, slag, crushed slag. Leave it. If you cannot dispose of this stuff, let me know. Okay, what's this now? Oh, storage. Okay, now we got our loose storage. Dismiss. And no research. Let's pause this. Because right now, nothing... Well, we're making construction components and probably, but, you know, let's just pause it. So, let's get a beacon out of the way. And these three... Okay, so up to now, this one for copper and this one for rubber. You need all of these things placed or you will brick your safe. Trust me on that. You need to have all this stuff up and running that they give you up to this point that we've gotten to. The beacon is important because you might need more workers for copper and stuff like that than when you're building stuff. But we need power. We need to be able to trade if something happens. You need the storage. You need to be able to mine and get trees cut down, which we're okay on trees. You need to be able to build. You need food. You need, I think we said, we need power maintenance pretty much right away. We're going to have to do this next, actually. We'll get this mining operation set up. It doesn't take that long. You need concrete. You need the diesel to run your trucks. You need to be able to store stuff. We can't hook it up yet, but I think we can set it up where the truck will go there. If it's full, then it'll go to our other things. So we'll check that out. This I'm not worried about, but we'll go ahead and key it up. And then this is our dock repair or shipyard repair. So yeah, you need to get your iron. You need to get your iron, coal. Oh, we gotta do coal. Iron, coal, limestone, copper, rubber. Get your oil and diesel up and running. Then copper, and then you're pretty much good for a while. Then you just gotta be careful. Let's see here. So we'll do this construction component thing because this is for our belt transports, belts and things, and some higher end machinery. So we'll do that for now. Here's our conveyor belts. Now notice there's two, flat and U-shaped. It doesn't make any sense. Well, okay. Oh, now it does. Flat is for items that are already built, solid products. U-shape is for loose products, meaning the ore and slag and dirt. So that's why that is. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll queue those up, and we'll leave this paused for now. Let's not have any distractions and stuff, although we got a ton of research. But that research we can wait on. Okay, so click on the mining thing. Okay, and you can move this window if you desire. That's kind of weird. It stops right there. Okay, edit area. Now you get this little box. We can choose an area. Let's start from here because I want to get this stuff here. And I want to be close to the end. And I'll explain why. Look at this. Look at all this area. Okay, we're not obviously not going to mine here, but we want to get as much of this iron in as possible. And now that that's set, okay, if you click on it, you can see where the area is. Okay, there you go. We need to designate a dumping designation. You want plenty of room for that, because if you get close to your mining tower or any buildings, you're in trouble. Now notice how I have F selected. Why is it F for that one? Oh, okay. It toggles. R is rotate. So now, see how it's facing that way? Well, I don't want it that way. I want it this way. And we're going to go maybe towards the back here. And you don't want your trucks to drive too far either, because we're going to be mining here. Okay? So we don't want to go all the way over to the ocean, you know, and start. We can fill the ocean in for sure, but it's going to take time for that truck to go back and forth. So let's just go here, and we're going to pull this baby all the way up and over. Okay. That's for this. Okay. Now that we have our waste area, we're going to get our mining area. And we want to press F for flat. We want a flat surface because we're going to strip mine. We're going to surface mine it first. Then we'll go back and we'll deep mine it. And then we can take this material and put it back in if we want to build. Or you could take this material and put it in the ocean. But I'd rather fill the hole. So that's going to take maintenance. We're not getting anything for it. That's if we need to do it. So start off. Notice how it's going up to +4. Let's start off with a +2. And then we'll just drag it over. This iron. And we'll just go like that. Just to get our bearings here. And then notice how these are... What the hell happened? I didn't click... What? Oh, I know why. I know what I did. Click the mining thing, and then you can... oops. Let's right-click and drag. There you go. And then right-click. Why is that doing that? I don't know why it's doing that. Usually you can right-click it and do it, and it'll go away. I don't know if something changed. Oh, there was a hot fix. Nothing really major. Since I last played. Okay, so see how I'm kind of just piecing it together, and we'll go ahead and do these two here. Just see, notice how it's grayed out, and that one too. I don't know. I usually was able to click on that. Let's go ahead and we'll grab these. Now there might not be iron in this stuff, so we'll have to see. But let's go ahead and get as much iron out here as we can. If you had experienced a cut, it's because I, in post, edited out a sneeze. Now, I don't know how deep this iron goes, so we're just going to kind of wing it here. And let's get a lot of this iron. Let's get a lot of it, because I don't want to micromanage this. We'll try oh, that's... oh, there it goes. Now it did it. All right, so let's go over here. And we'll pull this section in. And then we'll go over here and pull that section on down. And then we'll go over here. There, now it's working. Interesting. Oh, maybe... why is that 3? Did I... What's going on here? Why is that 3? I want F. Huh. That's 3. Well, if someone can tell me what that is, if I don't figure it out. We'll take those out, though. It might not be able to mine that. Because why is this 2? There we go. For some reason, the baseline got changed over there. So if I drag, maybe... Yeah, look, it's changing it. There we go. Yeah, because I won't be able to mine that. There we go. Maybe I had to drag from a flatter surface. Whoops. This interface is kind of interesting. And you know what? Why is it turning off? There. Maybe I'm clicking too quick. I don't know. So that should keep our miner busy for a long time. Oops. Get out of there. Alright, let's go ahead and boop. Let that guy run. What's going to happen is he's going to get a little scoop. And he has iron ore. And he's going to keep going. Now, oh, why is he only filling up to 6? Okay, notice how it's got dirt in there? So, this guy is looking to dump somewhere. And he can't because there's nothing set up. We can set this recipe to this other iron, where it's raw iron, you know, out of the ground. But we're going to get slag. And we need to deal with the slag still. So we're not going to deal with that yet. And we're already at 41 minutes. Oh my gosh. So, let's pause it again. And what we'll do, and you know what? Let's start up here real quick. We need coal. So we're going to get 2 vehicles going. This will be for our coal. And this will be for our limestone, which is over here. Now, if you look at the map, the layer map, that's limestone. And there's a little bit of a stone component in there as well. As you can see on the tip, there's like a darker color. So that's stone. Same thing over here. See how we got stone in here? Dirt is just basically, it doesn't tell you. And I don't know if there's a use for dirt other than landfill. So, and look at the big, see how, oh here, see? There is iron here, but big stone component. That's how you could get, you know, stone for building though. No worries. Because you need stone for, crushed stone for concrete. Okay, so that's going. Let's go ahead. And I think that we could set up really quick. Let's go here. Here we go. Let's set up a blast furnace. And you don't want to be anywhere near this, because what happens is it looks like it's a rigid thing. You know, like, oh, it's going to be, no, it'll spill over. It actually is physics. So if your mining tower is too close, this could spill down and break it. I had that happen to me. I was like, what? All right, so let's go right here. We'll plop that baby there. And then let's get a metal caster. And we're going to go, like, really close here. And pressing shift and click keeps the little building in your hand. Now it's out. So now we got a channel. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I got to do this here. This is why you want to do this in like a creative mode here. I might have to move some stuff. Okay, we got a slag. Yeah, I'm not happy with the placement here. Because we're going to have a slag output and we need to belt it out. So, yeah, let's get rid of these. So we get our copy tool. Copy. There we go. And, well, let's do this here real quick. I'm going to put a unit storage in here as a reference as to where I was. That way I know, you know, how I'm lining up there. Let's cut. There we go. So now we got our little reference there. There we go. And we can get rid of this. And that's gone. Nice. And now that stays the same there. Okay, now we need our transports. We need a molten channel again. And you can just go right on out. Like so. I don't know what that deek deek was. Okay, now see our molten channel's sitting here. Or I mean our slag channel, basically. And did we get the... Yeah, crusher. So we're going to put our crusher right here. And, oh, one thing to note. The crusher input, for some damn reason, is up in the air. It's higher up. So, put it far enough away so when you put a transport belt in, it'll go up and in. Now, we're going to set this recipe to both this one and this one. We're going to have slag and stone to gravel. We have to change this once we belt it, though, because it'll cause problems. If you try to belt stone and slag into here, it'll back it up. So you don't want to do that. And then this one here, we're going to set to this. And then these guys are going to be just your, regular thing there. Oh, they're already set. Yeah, because we only have one recipe. There we go. And then we can fast speed it, and they'll come by and they'll take care of that for us. The next thing we're going to do is limestone. So next episode we'll do, we'll get a limestone operation here, and we'll get that going. And, oh, we need to do maintenance and stuff too. So we'll do a maintenance. In fact, let's take a look at these little trucks here. See, our maintenance is still 183. So they give you a little time. They're a little bit generous on that, I think that's a good thing. And notice how our construction parts are getting pulled from here. Oh, another thing. Click this button here. Keep empty on your shipyard. So they'll pull from here first, as opposed to pulling from, another spot. Okay. This thing was paused, so it's still going. So this will be for our limestone and coal. We want to get off of tree coal, so we'll work on actually coal first. Next episode, we'll do coal. Oh, what's this? Oh, no! Oh, dismiss. We need maintenance now. Uh-oh. Vehicles. Oh, wait. Where are you? Maintenance depot. All right, we're going to plop it down now. We'll put it right here. So we'll get that started. Let's pause it. We'll close that. Real quick, what I'm going to do, so maintenance is going to require mechanical parts and electronic parts. And then it creates a maintenance pack, or a maintenance towards our total maintenance. And up here it's at 0. I don't know why it says 0 all the time, but it does. So we're going to go here. We're going to go assembly machine. And we're going to make 1 and 2. Oh. We're going to make mechanical parts in this one. Now, why am I not making 2 at in the same machine? Here's why. I'll show you. So let's get the electronics. There it is. Okay. If I click on this one, notice how it has a priority. So I can decrease the priority or increase the priority. So I could put this higher, right? Or I could put it lower. I want all these things. So I'm going to deselect that one for now. I want this to run all the time. I want this to run all the time. And this to run all the time. If I don't need something to run all the time, like this, for example, I'll select this one, for example, here. Because I want, okay, we're already going to have iron in here, see? This one, we're not going to have any iron. We're going to have rubber and copper. So, because I'm not making vehicles all the time, so, oh, cool, that's fine. So, be mindful of what you set your machines to and the severity of needing that product, because when maintenance runs out, you're done. Your save will be bricked. You can click on these guys and do a recovery, which it says sends the vehicle to the nearest vehicle depot. If the depot is not reachable, the vehicle is disassembled and reassembled at the nearest depot. So I don't know why it didn't seem to do anything. And then there's a scrap, you know, sends the vehicle to the vehicle depot to be scrapped for parts. That's kind of cool. So I guess if you have a vehicle that's down, you could click either one of these and see if it works. The recover first. It just takes a little bit of Unity, which isn't bad. But for some reason, when I was clicking recovery, because I bricked a couple saves because of the stupid maintenance, I don't know what happened. So we're gonna leave this. Oh, we need a power. Shit. We're gonna have to work on power. Crap. Oh crap! I may have screwed up. I should have got well. Power's not that tough to do. We're at 51 minutes. Oh boy. Okay, oil pump. Boom. Distillery. And we'll put it here. Okay. Oh, I know. Never mind. Oh yeah, here's what we'll do. Okay. So let's just get this set up here real quick. Recycling, smokestack. Now we're going to have to vent our water, which is not a big deal. Power, diesel generator, and we're going to put this over here, up and out of the way. Boom. Now what's going to happen is they're going to deliver our diesel fuel over here, from here. We have 377, so we'll be able to power our maintenance shed. Okay, there we go. Next episode, we'll take care of that. Sorry for the long episode. There's a lot going on. We're trying to get this up and running, and it's like it just keeps coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. And then you get to a point where you're like, okay, now what? So I hope you enjoyed the episode. It's mayhem. Now, if I brick a save, we're gonna restart. Well, you know, if I brick a save and we have to restart, we're restarting. Okay, because that's what this game is about. This game is rough until you get your systems up and running and you get your legs under your sea legs under you, man. Because it is rough and it's fun. It's challenging in the beginning for a reason, I think, but it's cool. So yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hey, come along with the captain here, man. You're in it with me now. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.